Hey guys, how's you schooler or Jordan here. Today I become a high school graduate, or by the time this goes up, I might already damn well be one. So, today we're just going to talk about sort of the educational process, what I've thought about high school, and just my experience as a whole on a somewhat personal level. Before I start, I want to dedicate this video to my mom and dad and any family member or friend or any significant other or anyone who's helped me through any of this process or any hard times, because there's been a lot of ups and downs, guys, but I'm happy. That's all that matters, as long as you get there. So the educational process, uh like, I've always thought it's kind of industrialized if you really think about an old fashioned how we're all grouped into these, like, we're grouped by grade level and age, when honestly, whether you want to believe it or not, I know there's no child left behind, but that's getting rid of if I'm correct. But we're kind of grouped as we're grouped by age, when honestly we should be grouped by skill set and ability to learn. Like, if you can do calculus, you should fucking be in calculus, and if you don't know what 2 plus 2 is, then go to remedial math. Like, and honestly, we should specialize a little bit more. I believe there's schools in Europe and stuff that their system is kind of like this. Like, if you're a good singer, why not learn that early on? Why do we wait until college to learn what we really want to pursue? I think that's a problem. We don't get to develop in our own way. They kind of limit us way too much with the modern schooling system. And honestly, just in general, I feel like there are times that I could have been taught better. Some teachers just have different styles within this system that don't quite fit or don't quite work. Like, some people teach middle school classes like a college class, or maybe a high school class, like teaching a level above, which sometimes helps and sometimes it does not. Me personally, I have ADD, and I found this out this year, and it's something I dealt with my whole life, and kind of, I've always thought I had it, and I just got medicated this year. I've noticed a huge difference. But like, obviously, if I'm sitting in a class that's nothing but a lecture, I know I'm not the only one. Even like people without ADD cannot sit through some of that. Just, your brain is not developed to the point where you really care enough to pay attention. Like, once you get to college, it's different. You're paying a lot of money, you've grown up a bit, and you're starting to actually enjoy what you do. Like, you're specializing. So why not do that earlier on? It really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I feel like that's the main problem I've dealt with in the educational system. Now, there are a lot of good things, but these good things are preparing you for other things that this system has put forward towards you. And what I mean by this is like standardized testing. Like, we take our SAT, and in some places the ACT. I didn't take that. But the SAT, it's a big test. You look like you prepare for this pretty much your whole life. And so we had in my state what's called the West Test. I live in West Virginia, if you didn't know that. And it's basically just a standardized test every year. It doesn't affect your college, doesn't affect what classes you're in, it doesn't affect anything whatsoever. But honestly, when I took the SAT, like, I whizzed through it and I got 1620, and I honestly didn't try too hard. Like, I feel like this West Test just prepared me for it. Now, that's a good thing. It means the West Test has a point, but only in the circumstance that I'm taking my SAT. Otherwise, you've wasted a week of my life every single year. So, 12 times 5, that's 60. Yeah, no. Yeah, that's. Sorry about that. That's 60 days of school that I could have been learning something else throughout my educational career. But I did take my SAT. But obviously, it's only preparing you for something that you need to take to be prepared for other things. If you get what I mean. That may be a little confusing. But basically, things only matter in the premise of that they matter because they matter. Like, it doesn't have any real point. It matters because it's supposed to matter. Like, yeah. This year they took a standardized test called, I believe it was the Compass test. Guess what? We're not even getting the results. It's pointless. Our school system is completely fucked, and I honestly think we need to change it. That being said, there are things. I have learned math, I've learned how to read, and there are places where the educational system kind of succeeds. But a lot of the math that we use now is based on stuff we learned in elementary school. So why not just learn the fundamentals? And if you're going into a career that needs like logarithms, then teach me logarithms. If I am going into engineering and I need to know like area or just formulas and everything, why not just teach me those and have me specialize in those instead of teaching me all this pointless information that's not going to benefit me? If I don't need trigonometry, why am I going to take it? Like, I know, in a way it sounds spoiled of me to say this, but it's something that needs to be dealt with. Like, you should have your basic math courses, but if you're not going to use it, then, like, I'm never going to be in the supermarket and be like, well, the area of this box of cereal is cosine 1 over 2, but this one has a volume of 3.5 metric liters, so if I divide by the coefficient... No, that's not how it works. It has if you go to fucking Walmart, it has like the price per ounce on the cereal. It does the math for you if you even really want to know that, which honestly most people pay no attention to. I just do because I'm OCD and I like to save money and get more. But like, yeah, and if you're going to be like a writer, you should have creative writing classes. You should have more reading classes. I know we kind of do this with electives, but for one, in middle school where I am, you had a choice of band, choir, or general studies. And then, so you don't even get to specialize in anything until high school, and even then, you're not always learning what you wanna. Like, we should just change our educational system. I've actually talked about this more than I'd like to for this video. I'm sorry if I ramble on. This is unscripted, and I have ADD, and it's 2 in the morning. I honestly I have a mix of emotions right now. I want to talk about it. Another thing I wanted to talk about is things that just discourage students and kids in general and make them feel like depressed. I've noticed a big reason for this. I was just thinking is when we're kids, the whole time we're told almost everything we do is perfect. Like if you draw a picture of a steaming pile of shit, your mom's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, sweetie, that's great. Like it's awesome." When really, it sucks big fat donkey dick. Like as kids, we're not taught how to accept failure and how to improve off of it. Like, we shouldn't put our kids down, but we should prepare them. Be like, oh, that's great. Maybe you should try this next time. Like, give them advice when you do it. I think that would be the best thing. Because as kids, we're told everything we do is perfect. And then all of a sudden, when we hit a certain age, it just stops. I think that's a big reason for depression and anxiety and just, not feeling like you're good enough. Because, let's be honest, everyone feels that way all the time. Well, not all the time, but sometimes. If you feel that way all the time, you might have depression and you might want to talk to a doctor. And I'm not going into that. That's just one of the things I personally feel like we can personally do for our children to help prepare them for the real world. Because also in life, most of the time we spend is either looking back on the past and wishing we did something, or wishing we could go back to those days when everything we did was perfect. Or looking to the future and either being scared shitless or thinking, hey, I get to do that. Like, I don't feel like we live in the moment enough. And that's something I'm always anxious about. I have a horrible fear. It's so weird to be scared about this. I'm horrified of growing old and dying and just missing out on so many things. And like I said, I have anxiety and it's just strange. But, it might come off as strange. But we don't live in the moment enough. I think we really just need to take in our surroundings because that next moment's going to be here soon enough. But if you spend your whole time looking forward to it, like you're just gonna miss everything. It's like Ferris Bueller said, what was it? Life goes by pretty fast, and if you don't stop every once in a while to take a look, you just might miss it. I might have been paraphrasing that a little bit, but it's honestly true. If you just spend your whole life looking forward to the next concert, or the next joint, or next time you get to fuck, or the next episode of your favorite TV show, it makes the time less fun. Like, some of the worst times of your life are honestly the times you look back and just be happy that they were there, because your friends and you, like, they distracted you, you had fun, maybe this happened, maybe this happened. Sometimes we just look back on bad moments and they don't seem so bad, like, it was just a time in your life. That's another thing. Like, I've had a lot of ups and downs, I've tested my limits a little too much, I've done this, this, and this, and honestly, everything bad that happens to you, I know it's cliched, but it's making you a better person, it's making you stronger, it's helping you get ready for that next hard time. Like, the downs help you prepare for the downs while you're in the ups, if that makes any sense. Um, yeah, like, everything's getting you ready. Pretty much all of life is spent getting ready. Like, you go to high school to get ready for college, you go to college to get ready for your career, you have your career to help you plan for retirement. And honestly, I think we just need to slow down and think about now instead of the future. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything I have to say for today. I'm really glad I'm graduating. Thanks to everyone who's supported my channel in the past 2 months. It's really, I don't know, it's made me really happy. So, thanks guys, I'm gonna continue making videos. Sorry if I slowed down a little bit, because I was at 3 videos a week, and now I'm basically at 2. I'm also sorry that I didn't do one a weekly this week. I needed to get this out on Saturday when I graduate. My contest winner gets announced tomorrow out of the 4 people who entered. If you like this, please share my video, subscribe, like, everything like that. And thanks for watching and listening, and keep on keeping on. Peace.